Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. It's Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and this is going to be a rather interesting unboxing. I have this massive box which I was leaning on, this big one right here, and what this is it's about 5 months worth of sending payments to Yaniv. And if you're not familiar with Yaniv, he's also known as Stray Flexing. And basically, he has amazing books, and he can get you amazing books, which is dangerous because I have a tendency of wanting to get all the best books, and he can find them for you. So basically, I was looking for a group of books, and he found them. And these are some pretty rare books, some pretty cool books, and yeah, it should be a pretty cool unboxing. This is going to be some pretty major books. One of them is on my top 10 list of books I wanted for this year. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty cool box. We're going to get it right into it. It's about 11 items, all of which are pretty big, just every single one of them. So let's get into it. He actually packed it really, really well. If I open it up, see how it's packed. Okay, so let's... And two of these books are actually in my top 50 list. So let me just see if I can open this up. It's really well packed. Okay. So he put a whole bunch of styrofoam and bubble wrap, and they're really well packed. Okay, one sec here. It's all slabs. And we'll do the smaller ones first, and then I'll kind of get into some of the bigger ones. Okay, I'm gonna it's hard to get them out, so I'll do these first ones. I'll show you some of the smaller ones. These are smaller, but they're still cool. It's Jungle Comics number 15. This is early Jungle Comics. The run actually went pretty far, I think into like over 100 issues, I believe. So this is from 1941, Fiction House, and the cover is by Nick Cardy. So just a really cool one. Weird zebra man throwing the girl into the fire, which is fun. Just a really great Jungle Comics. Low grade. You can see there's a pretty big chunk missing right there. So 1-5. And next one. It's another Jungle Comics. This is another early issue. This is number 17. And this, even though it's a low grade, actually it's a 1-0. it actually presents reasonably well. It has a piece out of it right there, and another little piece out right there. But actually, the colors on it are quite good. Fiction House was kind of known for having kind of books that look very faded, but this one looks really quite sharp. And this one is from 1941. Again, it's not. Oh, I was going to say it's going to be Nick Cardy again, but it isn't. It's John. Oh wait, is Serrano? My eyesight. Salarno. Salarno. Okay. Wow, I couldn't see if it was an N or an R. So yeah, I'm not so good with the eyesight thing right now. So yeah, so this is Jungle Comics number 17. It's a great pterodactyl cover. Got the girl being dragged off, and the guy is trying to fend off this poor pterodactyl that just wants to eat. So yeah, just kind of a funny one. So yeah, that's Jungle Comics number 17. I'm actually trying to get somewhat a run of Jungle Comics. Somewhat. So next one is Flaming Western Romances. And this is number 3 from 1950. And it's a L.B. Cole cover. And it's weird that he did these Western comics and romance. So it's Western and romance, which is interesting. Interesting mix. And just got this really great flame. It looks like they're on fire. They're standing so close to the flame. But just a really cool one. Flaming Western Romances, number 3. And this was actually a publication which would had probably reprints in it, but it would have like this unique L.B. Cole cover because it's from Star Publications, and that was L.B. Cole's own publishing house. And what does it say? Only issue, formerly Target Western Romances, partial photo cover, one-page biography of Robert Taylor and Arlene Daly. So yeah, it's a pretty cool book. Only issue, I guess, Flaming Western Romances, number 3. Show you the back as well. From 1950. Okay. Okay, this next one's a fun one. This one, there's actually 2 versions of this one. There's one that is Endearing, which has a very similar cover. They're both Alex Schomburg covers. This is Young Allies number 8. It's a pretty cool one because it's got these sharks. They don't have lasers on their heads, but they are sharks, and the boys are all, like, these are the Young Allies. They're getting lowered into the pool of sharks, and you got all the little Japanese guys around. You can tell this is Alex Schomburg by the way he made his Japanese characters. They were very non-politically correct, I should say. But it was a time of war, and they wanted to portray the Japanese as evil as possible. And, you know, shark pool is right into that. And this is pretty cool. You got the tank driving through the wall, and you got the other 2 Young Allies ready to save the day. And this one, let's see what it says. Classic World War II torture cover. First appearance and death of the whip. Alex Schomburg cover, 1943. So it's a restored book, you can see. 6.0 though, so it's high grade restored, but it's really nice book. And these ones with the shark covers gonna go for a little bit more because they're so funny. Yeah, I'm always in between which one I like better, this one or the Daring one. The Daring one has a girl and a guy getting lowered, so I kind of like that one a little bit better, but this one's still pretty cool. Young Allies number 8. From 1943. Oh. All right, next one is a really cool PCH book. This is Adventures into Darkness, and this one is covered by George Roussos, and it's strangulation, severed head, lingerie panels, skull cover. Lots of stuff going on for this book. So actually I saw this, I think I saw this on an auction, and I was like, I was really disappointed when I didn't win. And then it just happened Yaniv had a copy of it, so I was quite happy. So yeah, it's like a nice person being burned in the furnace, and they're trying to get the gold chain from them. So yeah, and you got this other guy coming in through the window. I'm not sure what's going on there, or maybe he's witnessing the crime. I'm not sure. But just a really cool one, Adventures into Darkness. Yeah, from 1953. Okay, this is another cool one. This is a Green Llama. It seems like I'm getting a bit of a Green Llama collection going on here. This is one of the more famous ones because it's got Green Llama as he's literally standing on the world, and he's throwing away the Nazi swastika, basically ridding mankind of the Nazis, which is pretty cool. So this is a classic cover, Sparks Publications, 1945, and it's a McRoboy cover. So yeah, Green Llama number 6. Really cool classic cover. Just a really cool one. What does it say? The Green Llama smashes the plot against America. This is one of those forgotten characters of the Golden Age. Not many people talk about Green Llama nowadays, but very cool character. And yeah, from 1945, very end of the war. Right, and we get another cool one. This is Authentic Police Cases, number 7. And this would be a Matt Baker cover. It's a pretty cool one. Guys jumping through the window. We got the girl in the red dress. And she's like, not sure what's going on here. The Masked Blackjack. Science Coroner's Criminals. This is from 1950 from St. John. And this is one of the interesting ones for police cases. A lot of the police cases and a lot of the St. John Matt Baker covers were kind of, in a way, had flaws to them. Because what they would often do is have like a side panel down here where it would be like showing the stories that would be inside. And it would really limit how much of the cover art there would be. And it's Matt Baker. You want to have a big panel. So this one's a little bit better in that respect, that it has a nice big panel. And it's really great Matt Baker art. You can really tell that he really likes the women and draws them really well. So yeah, so just a really cool one. So this is Authentic Police Cases, number 7 from 1950. Matt Baker art. Right, so now we got 3 more. Or actually, no, more than that. 4 more. It's very messy. Okay. Oof. They're quite wedged in. Okay. You gotta make sure that there's nothing else. Yep, looks good. Alright, so these ones are all in paper bags. Because they're probably the bigger books from the collection. All right. So this is Beware. A really great girl getting dragged into the graveyard. Like there's so many so many of these kind of covers where, you know, you get these weird skeletons like dragging some poor girl in the red dress into some grave. That's what this one is. And you got, this is a classic cover, hanging panels, cover by Frank Frazetta and Sid Check. So Frank Frazetta cover. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I really like the way the zombies are. The zombie skeleton kind of characters. And the girl in the red dress is pretty awesome. I even realized there's a third zombie dude in the background there as well. So yeah, just a really cool cover. Beware, number 10. It's got all the classic elements that you want to look for. Like has like a cool skull guy up here. Has like these weird zombies. Girl in the red dress. Just lots of great elements. So that's a pretty cool book. And next one. Okay, this is another big book. This is one of the classic covers for Phantom Lady. This is Phantom Lady 18. 3.5, not bad. This is a Matt Baker cover. And this is actually one of my top 50 books now. This is actually a pretty pricey book. And it's just a classic Matt Baker cover. Now, if you look at this version of Phantom Lady, this is much more Matt Baker's style than Phantom Lady 17, which is the one prior to this, where you'll notice that the way her chest is done is much bigger. And that's really not Matt Baker's style. Matt Baker, his women were a little bit more small-chested, I guess. But this one is just a great cover. Yeah, you got. I like when the hero is really big and they're holding the bad guys or whatever. So this says the The Case of Irene Schroeder. I'm totally brutalizing that. True crime story, narrated by Phantom Lady. Matt Baker, cover and art. I'll show you the back as well. This is from 1948, Fox Feature Syndicate. So yeah, really cool book. Matt Baker, pretty awesome. Okay, two more. Oh, actually, and I did it in the proper order. So the next one is really kind of a cool cover. This is Down with Crime, number 7. And who did this? I don't know who did the cover, to tell you the truth. But this is just a really cool one. You got like this Sandman-like guy with this weird gas mask coming in through the window with a gun. And the girl, she's reaching for her gun that's in the drawer. It's a really great lingerie cover as well. So yeah, Down with Crime, number 7. And this is the last issue from the series. This is from Fawcett Publications, 1952. So just a really cool one. I'm not sure if I can zoom in a little bit there and make it show a bit better. But really a great lingerie one. Actually, this came from, I believe this is from Man Cave's collection. So yeah, he's another comic guy that I picked up the Detective Comics 38 from as well. So really great books from his collection. And he did that in order to get the money that he needed for Detective 27. He bought a Detective 27, so he was selling off some pretty major books to get an even more major book. Okay, now this last one is a book that's on my top 10 font list. And it is a major, probably one of the top 10 precode horror covers of all time. I'm covered with these little chippy things. One sec here. Oh man. Okay. So this is one of the classic Golden Age covers. Just one of those outrageous covers near the end of the Golden Age. This is Witch's Tales, number 25. And it's I think it's a Lee Elias cover, isn't it? No, it's Howard Norstrand cover. Howard Norstrand. But yeah, it's a classic cover. You got this Quasimodo-like guy, and in the bell, the clapper is a severed head. Now, severed heads, especially with blood coming out of it, that would be, even for the Golden Age, that would be considered pretty extreme. And this was a pretty extreme cover. Just a really great one. The one that, as I said, was on my top 10 list of books that I really wanted to get this year. I didn't expect to get it so soon, but I did manage to find it. So just a classic cover. Yeah. Really great one. So Witch's Tales, number 25. And you can see how gruesome his head is. It's like pretty crazy. Hopefully you're not getting too much glare. But this is a pretty major pre-code horror book, and you can see why maybe they were a little bit sensitive about the stuff that was being produced in the Golden Age. So this was right at the end of the Golden Age, where they were really trying to up themselves all the time with being more and more gruesome. It's like this kind of is right up there. This is from Harvey Publications. Now, that's the funny thing about this. This is from Harvey Publications, the same company that's producing like Casper the Friendly Ghost and all these kind of kids books. So very interesting one. I hope you enjoyed this collection. Took me many months to pay it off. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Please give me your feedback in the comments below. And thanks again for watching. Bye for now.